So tonight we are working with the crown chakra, which is exciting. This is like an exciting chakra. And before I came on, like I wrote down the word peace and alignment. And that peace and alignment is when you have an open, flowing, free-flowing crown chakra, I feel as though that's when you actually feel that peace and that alignment. And alignment to me is basically just knowing that things are going to be okay. There's really no fear around it. And things are just kind of coming to you, gravitating towards you. And you just feel like everything is great, right? And that's how that alignment feels. So with the crown is actually above your head. It's not in your head. It's not on your head. It is actually, I think it's like 2 feet above your head. I don't quote me on that one, but it's above your head. So I think it sits like here. So that's, I don't know, maybe 2 inches above your head. Yeah. 2 feet. Yeah. I don't know. Look it up. I don't know. I don't know where it's located. But the color is purple or white. So I'm wearing white tonight to represent. So if you are going to resonate with anything I'm about to say, you want to, again, fill your space with the colors purple and white, or just purple or just white, whichever resonates with you. So the crown chakra is about consciousness. And I write this in my book. Okay. It's not you, it's your energy. I talk about all the different energy centers that we have talked about here, but it's really about your consciousness and the connection to the divine. Whatever that divine is for you, it could be whatever you want it to be. It does not matter, but it's a connection to a higher energy. So again, it's above here. So it's even closer to the energy that we're trying to connect to. And when we have an open, flowing, freeing crown chakra, we let go of our human mind and we kind of gravitate to this, like knowing that there's more to life than what we see. And that, you know, maybe even thinking about a heaven or, you know, other kind of energy. And we kind of want to just immerse ourselves in that and kind of escape reality a little bit. Okay. So I always talk about hashtag spiritually human. So we've got to combine both. But when we are working with the crown chakra, we do this a lot when we're trying to connect to angels, spirit guides, loved ones on the other side as well. I also, you know, between the third eye and your crown, I connect intuition to all of that as well, because the crown can, again, connect to your higher self, which if you read the book, I talk about the spirit and the soul. And I feel like the higher self is really the spirit that we can connect back to. So, yeah, psychic abilities in my 21 days to opening your psychic abilities course, a lot of people, you know, can't connect because their crown is blocked or overactive or underactive. Okay. Catherine says it's hard. I'm working on letting go a bit more. Yes. So let's see. So if it is open, you see the beauty in life, you know, you're being guided and the intuition, and you can also connect to your spirit guides for guidance and all of that. So it's a beautiful thing because even though it's scary, believe me, when your intuition comes, you know, it's kind of scary in a way that it pushes you to do things that are scary for you. But again, you're going towards that higher self. So it's bringing you towards an energy that you're not used to and an identity that you're not used to either. Okay. So, just know that if it is underactive, you're going to feel disconnected, blocked, isolated, depressed, and lethargic. If it is overactive, you could be addicted to spiritual practices. I find a lot of people doing like 5 different healings a day, that kind of stuff. Hallucinations, attachments, negative attachments. I talk about that in my book as well. Nervous breakdowns, out of body experiences. And I'm going to lump in here sleep paralysis. I talk about that in the book as well. But, you know, when we're overactive with sleep paralysis, we don't have our boundaries to the spirit world. And you can find this all in the Reiki vault. You know, you can find the activations of your psychic abilities there. And then you can also, the boundaries of the spirit world, right? So creating boundaries. So with sleep paralysis, when people wake up in the middle of the night not being able to move, but they see like this black image, it can really be scary. And I feel as though that's just a negative energy coming from, like a dark energy coming from the divine energy. Okay. So I would lump the sleep paralysis in there. And physically, this is your skull, your brain, and your cerebral cortex. So headaches, autism, learning disabilities, brain tumor, Alzheimer's, don't know what that says, and hormonal imbalances. Oh, comas. Yeah, comas as well. And amnesia. All right. So that's really about your crown chakra. So if you resonate with anything that I just said, then most likely your crown could be either overactive, underactive, or just needs some healing. Okay. Like I said, I don't really focus on the over or under what it is. It's really like, let's just release the energy. So for yourself as well, don't be too concerned with what it is or isn't. Just know that you have to release the energy within. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So you just want to get a pen and a paper here, or you can just think about it in your mind. So the first question I want to ask you with this crown chakra is, are you scared of the unknown? So we're connecting to this beautiful energy that we really can't see. And I want to know, like, does that scare you? So just think about that. Because if you're scared of connection, you're going to block yourself from it. When we're scared, we create a boundary. And I talk about boundaries with the spirit world. I believe I talk about it in my book. I do talk about it in my book. But we create the boundaries with the spirit world. And if we're scared, we're subconsciously creating that boundary. So if you're wondering why you can't connect, yet you're scared to connect, that's going to be one of the soul purposes. Okay. Next question here is, can you remember of any event, or if someone ever said something to you that scared you from the unknown, from the spirit world, from divine energy in general? It could be religion. It could be somebody that said something. It could have been an event that happened. Maybe you saw something, maybe something freaked you out, something like that, that might have happened with you. Even a movie, you know, like even a movie, like scary stories. Oh my gosh, like the things that we used to do when we were kids, like I think it was Red Rum, right? Murder Backwards, In the Mirror, like things like that. Ouija boards, you know, like things like that could definitely scare you and subconsciously set a boundary with the spirit world. I'm just going to call it the spirit world. And what happens now is like you're trying to connect, but you've got this subconscious block that you, or subconscious boundary, I'll call, from like a childhood, yet you're wondering why you can't connect. And it's like, we've got to pull these things up because yeah, they're definitely going to help. Yes to Ouija boards scaring me. Yeah. So this can still be affecting you, which can still be affecting that crown chakra, because that energy that you felt around these events, situations, people telling you stuff, scary movies, scary stories, Ouija boards, things you did at sleepovers when you were younger, you know, like that energy can still be in your crown chakra. And then my last question here is, do you feel blocked? Do you feel blocked from connecting to angels or guides or loved ones on the other side? If you're constantly asking for signs from loved ones, yet you're not seeing them, then this could be a blockage that you have, that you feel that you have. So do you feel blocked when you're trying to connect to an energy that is of a higher source? And this is like, if you are religious and you believe in God, we'll say, like, you know, do you feel like you talk to him, but you don't receive? Like you don't feel heard or seen. All right, so those are the questions to really kind of just get some stuff coming up for you, because whatever just came up for you is what we need to release, because those things are keeping you away from having that. And then, you know, especially with the crown chakra, you just have to be very aware of how much you're in your human mind versus your consciousness. And again, like I said, when you're connecting to that crown chakra and it's open, you're able to just trust and believe that things are just working out the way that they should. Okay. So ask yourself those questions, because it's really important. And also realize if you're in your human mind too much, because if you're in your human mind too much, you're going to block yourself from having an open crown, because human mind is really based in fear and, you know, mostly fear, right? Doubts, all the, which is just fear. So like the main thing is fear over in the human mind. And if you're in fear, if you have anxiety, depression, you know, negative thinking, stress, you know, stress comes from negative thoughts. So like all of that is your human mind. The more you're in your human mind, the less you'll be connected to a higher source. Okay. So we've got to get that equal balance. That's my hashtag spiritually human. We got to get that equal balance because we're always going to have the human mind. We have to learn how to work with it so that we can connect to the higher source when we want to, when we choose to. And I always say, like, we don't ever want to always be connected to, you know, a higher source. We want to come back. We need to get grounded. So yeah, so just know that. All right, so let's go ahead and get some energy healing done. So go ahead and get comfortable. And go ahead and close your eyes. And take a deep breath in. And let it out. And take another deep breath in. Give your body a nice little stretch here. Let the energy flow free. Stretch it all the way down to your fingertips. Go ahead and let that breath out. All the way down to your tips of your toes. Take another deep breath in. We're going to call your guides in with you. All of your guides, all of your loved ones on the other side, just to be around you, to help you feel the energy of your crown chakra. Go ahead and let that breath out. Okay, whatever thoughts come in, just let them come in and let them flow out. Here we go. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and let it out. And then take another deep breath in. Go ahead and let that out. And then just one last time, give your body a nice little stretch, bring yourself back to awareness, and then go ahead and let that out. All right, so I hope that was beautiful for you. Expansion is the word that I'm getting right now. So really just expand. So the more that you can like imagine a white light above you and basically, you know, imagine it getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you expand into that divine energy. And if you sit there, so this could be a very simple meditation that you do. So imagine it coming up and like, you know, just having this white light, and as it expands, it's like you're connecting with this divine energy, and just breathe in and breathe out, and like just imagine it expanding more and more around you, everywhere around you, and just pretend, but imagine that you're in this beautiful white light all around you, and just sit. This is how I started out, kind of like increasing my psychic abilities, is just like sitting in this beautiful white light and just seeing what I hear, what I feel, what I see. Ask a question maybe and see if you can get some guidance. So that's a beautiful kind of like meditation that you can do, of just starting up here, having it expand, and then eventually come around you, and just sit there for like 10 to 15 minutes in absolute silence, just imagining this white light around you. If you want to ask a question, you can, but something could come to you. But because this is when we're quieting our mind, remember how I said, for in our human mind, we're not going to be able to connect with the divine energy or our higher self or anything. So if you can get to that point of meditation and picturing this white light around you, while staying very present in the moment and not letting your head go. And if it does go, bring it right back. Say, oh, I accept that I just thought. Let me bring it back again. White light, focus. And the more that you do that, the more you'll be able to meditate more. Okay. So it's just something that's pretty effective. So you can try. All right. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. Much love to all of you. Have a wonderful night, guys. Bye.